All of these 5 seats, Rashid, if I can bring you in as well on Maharashtra, in all these 5 seats, East Vidarbha, the Congress, of course, is contesting. So this is a big test for the Congress. They're really counting on doing well in this Lok Sabha battle because, like I said earlier, this is going to have repercussions in the assembly battle also in Maharashtra.
Absolutely, Akshita. It depends a lot on the caste combination where led by Congress in this region where they can get this caste arithmetic right. Because remember, they are pitted against a very formidable opposition, and the BJP is leading from the front in these 5 constituencies, and the Congress on the other side. So it's a very uphill task, but and it's actually a kind of litmus test because remember, it is the outcome in Maharashtra that is going to determine the kind of quantum of mandate Mr. Modi would be getting or not. Because there are 48 Lok Sabha seats. If opposition can get half of it, then there is no way that Mr. Modi will be able to cross 350 mark or so.
I think Maharashtra in that sense is also going to be extremely crucial for not just the BJP but for the NDA as a whole, because even for the Shiv Sena, Shinde Sena, it's going to be crucial for them to actually perform in this particular election. Let's get you a reaction that's just coming in right now from Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis right after he cast his vote in Nagpur.
लोकतंत्र का महोत्सव शुरू है। अभी अभी मैंने, मेरी पत्नी ने, मेरी माताजी ने, हमारे परिवार ने यहाँ वोटिंग किया है और मैं सभी जनता को अपील करता हूँ कि सभी लोग वोटिंग करें, लोकतंत्र को मजबूत करें, लोकतंत्र के इस महोत्सव में अपनी हिस्सेदारी दर्ज करें।
पूरे देश के नागरिक ये जो मतदान का अधिकार है ये उनका कर्तव्य भी है और एक प्रकार से एक जिम्मेदारी भी है और देश के सभी लोग मतदान का अधिकार पूरी तरह से उसका उपयोग करेंगे। और नागपुर में मैं खास तौर से मतदाताओं को अपील करूंगा कि यहाँ टेम्परेचर ज़्यादा है, इसलिए जल्दी आकर वो वोटिंग करें। और निश्चित रूप से मेरा विश्वास है कि पिछले बार 54% वोटिंग हुआ था, इस बार 75% तक वोटिंग ले जाने का हम सबका संकल्प है, उसमें हम कामयाब होने की कोशिश करेंगे और मैं इस चुनाव में निश्चित रूप से बहुत बड़े मार्जिन से चुनाव जीतूंगा।
And let's look at Maharashtra right now. On the 5 seats that are currently polling in Maharashtra, you look at this particular map, East Vidarbha largely, and it was largely saffron. Out of the 5, 4 were with the NDA. And the question is whether they can actually replicate that. There are 2 seats particularly that everyone's talking about. One is Nagpur. The other is also Ramtek, where you had, in fact, the Sena winning last time with a 50% vote share. This time, the seat from the BJP has been given to the Shinde Sena. This is an SC reserved constituency, so it'll be interesting to see how really it plays out here. Nagpur is the other big one, of course, because you've got Nitin Gadkari contesting here. And let's pull up those numbers of Nitin Gadkari winning by 56% vote share in this particular seat. So for the BJP, Raghav, in Maharashtra, it's going to be crucial, at least in these 5 seats, to replicate the kind of performance that they did in 2019. But there are many who believe that it's going to be a lot more challenging this time for the BJP, for the NDA in Maharashtra.
I don't think it's necessarily challenging in Vidarbha. My sense was that Vidarbha for the longest time has always been more of a it has been more of a bipolar region. Maharashtra, as we all know, is divided into 4 or 5 very distinct regions. Every region has its own dynamic. There is the Konkan coast where the Shiv Sena is popular. Then there is Marathwada and Vidarbha where there is more of a binary contest. And then, of course, there is Western Maharashtra, which is where the NCP has its bastion. So my sense is that if it's a straight BJP-Congress matchup in the seats where we are going to the polls today, then I think the BJP has an edge. And I think even my good friend Mr. Kidwai will agree with me when I say this. Mostly when it's the BJP versus Congress, it's only one party that has been winning for the last 2 elections. And I don't think that's likely to change this time.
There are questions.
The caste equations, there are caste combination. Because what happened in 2019 may not be necessarily replicated. Because if you look at it in Maharashtra, a lot of, tod fold has happened. So whether how people are going to, give a verdict. Of course, there are, in this particular thing, Prakash Ambedkar's party is there, which is, of course, a spoiler in the sense of MVS prospects. How these things play out, we would only get to know on June 4th.
Do you think Nagpur, let's talk about Nagpur here. Do you think Nagpur is going to be a difficult battle per se? Because you look at 2019, Nitin Gadkari had a very clear majority, clear win with a victory margin of over 2 lakh votes, 2,16,000 votes plus of a victory margin for Nitin Gadkari. There's questions in this talk now over whether it's going to be as easy as it was in 2019, Rashid, for Nitin Gadkari.
I think when we talk about Nitin Gadkari, his own kind of, popularity, his own standing within the, region and national politics come into play. So I think in that sense, this is a very safe seat for Mr. Nitin Gadkari and BJP. It's just a matter of whether his margin goes up or not, or whether Mr. Gadkari is going to play a bigger role in national politics. These are the kind of speculation. But as far as victory is concerned, it is seen as a foregone conclusion.
Okay. Let's just quickly take a look at the Maharashtra vote tally and historically what they've done as well on this. So if you look at really the numbers from 2004 to 2024, of the 48 seats in Maharashtra, how really has it moved? The NDA has had a swing, largely that's been upward. But you look at the India bloc and, when you look at these numbers, what you also have to keep in mind is that as far as alliances go, a lot has changed here. So because of that, when you look at these numbers, you have to kind of separate how each of these parties and what kind of a contribution they had in Maharashtra as well. Which is why even if you look at this kind of a graph, when you compare from 2004 all the way to 2019 and to today, things are very different in Maharashtra right now, with the alliances being different, the kind of political party and the play involved in different regions also being very different. So these graphs will in fact change perhaps quite a bit in 2024 and then in the upcoming assembly elections as well in Maharashtra.